Buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions most people will ever make. But before you start touring homes, there's one question every buyer should understand. What does a buyer's agent actually do? Many people believe a buyer's agent simply unlocks doors, schedules showings, and writes an offer when you find a home you like. The truth is, that's only a small part of the job. A buyer's agent is your advisor, your advocate, your strategist, and your guide throughout the entire home buying process. From helping you develop a plan before you ever walk into a home, to negotiating on your behalf, navigating inspections, reviewing contracts, and guiding you all the way to closing day. A buyer's agent is there to help you make informed decisions every step of the way. Hi, I'm Dennis Rossignol with eXp Realty. In this video, I'll walk you through the complete home buying journey here in Washington State and explain what a buyer's agent actually does, why having representation matters, and how it can help make one of life's biggest decisions feel much more manageable. Whether you're buying your very first home, your next home, or relocating to Washington, this guide is designed to help you better understand the process and what you can expect along the way. So, let's get started. It starts with understanding you. One of the biggest misconceptions about buying a home is that the first step is looking at houses. It isn't. The first step is understanding you. Before we ever schedule a showing, I want to learn about your goals, your lifestyle, and what's important to you. What type of home are you looking for? What neighborhoods interest you? What's your ideal price range? How many bedrooms and bathrooms do you need? Do you work from home and need a dedicated office? Would you rather have a shorter commute or more outdoor space? Are you looking for a move-in-ready home, or are you comfortable taking on a remodeling project? Maybe you're hoping for views of Puget Sound. Every buyer is different. That's why every home search should begin with a conversation, not a showing. The better I understand what matters most to you, the better I can help narrow the search and focus on homes that truly fit your needs, instead of spending time looking at properties that don't. Buying a home isn't about finding a house. It's about finding the right house for you. Before we ever begin touring homes, my job is to understand your goals so we can build a home buying strategy that fits your needs. Building your home buying strategy. Now that I understand your goals, it's time to build a strategy. Many buyers think buying a home starts with touring properties. In reality, the work begins long before we ever walk through the front door of a home. This is where we put together a plan that gives you confidence. One of the first things we'll discuss is your financing. If you haven't already been pre-approved by a lender, that's an important step because it helps you understand what you can comfortably afford. We'll also talk about your timeline. Next, we'll narrow down the areas that best fit your lifestyle. Maybe you love the waterfront views in West Seattle. Perhaps you're looking for the walkability of Ballard. Or maybe you're drawn to Bellevue, Mercer Island, or another community that better fits your daily routine. We'll talk about your lifestyle. We'll also discuss the difference between your must-haves and your nice-to-haves. For example, you may absolutely need 4 bedrooms because of your growing family, but maybe a 3-car garage would simply be a bonus. Understanding those priorities helps us make smart decisions. Think of this as creating a roadmap before starting a road trip. When you know where you're going, every decision along the way becomes much easier. A well-planned home search starts with a clear strategy. Taking the time to understand your financing, timeline, and priorities helps us focus on the homes that truly fit your needs. Finding the right homes. Now that we have a plan in place, the search begins. This is the part most people think of when they imagine working with a buyer's agent. But finding the right home isn't about seeing as many homes as possible. It's about seeing the right homes. Today, buyers have access to thousands of listings online. Real estate websites make it easy, but they don't always tell the whole story. A home might look perfect in the photos, but feel completely different in person. Sometimes the layout doesn't flow, or the lot backs up to a busy road. My job is to help narrow the search, so we're spending time on homes that truly match your goals. We'll discuss things that can affect a home's long-term value, such as its location, condition, and future resale potential. The goal is to find the one that feels like home while making a smart financial decision. Buying a home is both an emotional decision and a financial one. Finding the right home isn't about touring the most homes. It's about identifying the homes that best fit your goals, lifestyle, and long-term plans so you can make a confident, informed decision. Touring homes. Now comes the part everyone gets excited about. Touring homes. While this is certainly enjoyable, it's also where experience and careful observation become incredibly valuable. As we walk through each property, I'm not just looking at the beautiful kitchen or the stunning view. I'm looking at the home from a much broader perspective. We'll talk about the layout, the condition, and point out features that may require maintenance. Sometimes it's the little things that matter most. Is there enough natural light? Does the floor plan flow well? Is there enough storage? Will the backyard meet your needs? How does the neighborhood feel? Can you picture yourself living here 5 or 10 years from now? I also encourage buyers not to feel pressured into making a decision while we're standing inside the home. It's perfectly okay to take a step back and review. Touring homes isn't just about finding one you like, it's about carefully evaluating each property to determine whether it's the right fit for your future. Understanding a home's market value. You found a home you love. Now comes one of the most important questions. What's it actually worth? Just because a home is listed at a certain price doesn't necessarily mean that's its market value. One of my responsibilities is to help you understand how the home's price compares to today's market. To do that, I'll prepare what's called a comparative market analysis, or CMA. A CMA looks at similar homes that have recently sold in the same area. We'll compare factors like size, condition, upgrades, and location. For example, 2 homes may have the same square footage, but if one has a remodeled kitchen or a newer roof, it may command a higher value. Looking at the asking price alone doesn't tell the whole story. The goal of a CMA isn't to tell you what you should offer. It's to give you reliable information so you can make an informed decision. My role is to help you stay focused on the facts while making the decision that's right for you. Writing a strong offer. You found the right home. You understand its market value. Now it's time to write an offer. Many buyers think writing an offer is simply deciding the price. In reality, it's much more. An offer includes the terms and conditions. We'll discuss your preferred closing date, review your financing, and talk about earnest money. We'll also discuss contingencies, conditions that must be met before the sale can move forward, like financing, inspections, or appraisals. Every buyer's situation is different. We'll also consider the seller's situation. Sometimes flexibility on timing or other terms can make your offer more attractive without increasing the purchase price. Understanding those opportunities can be just as valuable as deciding what you're willing to pay. Once we've reviewed everything, we'll prepare an offer that reflects your goals. Throughout the process, my job is to explain your options. A strong offer is about much more than price. It's about creating terms that reflect your goals, protect your interests, and give you confidence. Negotiating on your behalf. Congratulations. The seller has received your offer. Now comes one of the most important parts. Negotiation. Many think negotiating is simply trying to get the lowest price. Successful negotiations are often about much more. As your buyer's agent, my role is to communicate with the seller's agent, present your offer professionally, and help negotiate terms that align with your goals. The goal is to help both parties reach an agreement that allows the transaction to move forward. There may be times when the seller accepts exactly as written. Other times they may respond with a counteroffer. If that happens, we'll review every proposed change together. I'll explain what each change means and help you evaluate your options. You're always in control of the decisions. Good communication, preparation, and a clear understanding of your goals all play an important role. Negotiation is about more than just the purchase price. My role is to help you understand your options, advocate for your interests, and work toward an agreement that supports your goals. Home inspections and due diligence. Your offer has been accepted. This is an exciting milestone, but we're not done yet. Now it's time for one of the most important parts, due diligence. This is your opportunity to learn as much as possible about the home. A professional home inspector will evaluate the property's major systems, helping identify items that may need repair or maintenance. No home is perfect, but the purpose is to help you make informed decisions. After the inspection, we'll review the report together. Depending on the results, you may have options. You might move forward as is, request repairs, or in some cases, decide the home isn't the right fit. My role is to guide you through these next steps. This stage is about making sure you have the information you need. An informed buyer is a confident buyer. The inspection and due diligence period gives you the opportunity to better understand the home's condition, evaluate your options, and move forward with confidence based on the information you've gathered. Understanding the Washington Brokerage Services Agreement. By this point, we've talked about finding the home and negotiating. Now let's talk about something unique to our relationship. The Washington Brokerage Services Agreement. This document explains our working relationship. It outlines how I'll represent you, what services I'll provide, and how my compensation is handled. It helps make sure we're both on the same page from the very beginning. Washington law requires this written agreement when providing services to a buyer. Before you sign anything, we'll review it together. I never want you to sign a document you don't fully understand. This agreement is about clearly defining our relationship so you know exactly who is representing your interests throughout the process. From accepted offer to closing day. Once all of the negotiations have been completed, the inspection process is behind us, and we've worked through the necessary contingencies. We're getting close to one of the most exciting days in the entire process, closing day. But before you receive the keys, there are still several important steps that need to happen behind the scenes. Your lender will continue the loan process, and the title and escrow team will coordinate the transfer of funds. Before closing, we'll schedule a final walkthrough. This is your opportunity to verify the home is in the same condition and any repairs have been completed. Once everything is complete, you'll sign the final closing documents. After the transaction has officially closed and recorded, you'll receive the keys to your new home. It's a moment that represents months of planning and teamwork. Watching buyers step into their new home is one of the most rewarding parts of my job. While the paperwork may be finished, I hope our relationship doesn't end there. Whether you have questions after moving in or need recommendations for local professionals, I'm always happy to be a resource. Closing day is the result of many important steps working together. Buying a home is about making informed decisions from beginning to end. As you've seen, a buyer's agent does much more than unlock doors. My role is to educate you, advocate for your interests, and guide you through each step of the journey: strategy, search, negotiation, closing. I hope this video has given you a better understanding of what a buyer's agent actually does. If you're planning to buy a home anywhere in the Seattle area or Washington state, I'd be honored to help guide you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you have a question about buying a home, leave it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Rossignol with eXp Realty. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.